Hello everyone, this is Karst, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. So I think this is it, the final stretch. We're about to run into Ruby, more or less, and I've already been given the warning that this is going to be a point of no return, essentially. So we're going to basically see how it all unfolds from here. This is our lovely, lovely detective, who's finally decided to pull the items out of his pocket and not randomly raise his hands in an awkward manner. And off we go then. Here we are. What have we got? A concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. Random money. Is that even going to be necessary from this point forward? I don't know. I mean, I'll take it. No complaints there.
Suddenly,
here it
your
is.
Entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
Ruby the Instigator. That's a hell of a title.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
Says the shadowy figure by the machine.
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to. Doesn't wish to hurt you, not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways.
That sounds terrible. Cover your ears.
No, buddy.
Oh,
that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones.
Are you gonna kill me too?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing is the ULAN frequency, blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Yeah, I did hear something about that. I saw your equations. It's the ULAN frequency.
Saw my equations?
She snorts.
You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
Whoa. Random Chinese. Okay.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys.
Deposits.
Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
Sounds like she knew someone who used to man one of those stations. But she won't tell you about her. Boy, you're one empathetic police officer to have guessed even that right now.
I'm very empathetic, apparently.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
He gestures towards something with great effort.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
Fascinating.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break you loose.
Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
She nods towards her torture device.
And she's proud of it too, as she ought to be. This is way beyond your abilities.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
She studies her death ray and the law officials trapped in it. Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
She hesitates. French? Okay, I don't recognize it, unfortunately. Oh, Japanese. Maybe some of it is Finnish, I don't know. Don't judge me, I'm sorry. This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Please, could you turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
You're looking for a deal with my mattress.
I will say this is all very, very trippy. The lieutenant clutches his head, grimacing.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She steps reluctantly out of the shadows. The pain lessens.
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much.
That's good.
Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
58%. We can destroy the machine. How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't rat you out, by the way, Isabel, the washerwoman.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find to my back.
She smiles a little smile. You're desperate, aren't you? Or you don't need that. You don't need that.
Not anymore, no. This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you hadn't walked right into 25 bands of ultra-high frequencies.
That's her admitting the bullet was an emergency exit.
Did you shoot Lily?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
You're right. Claudia was the first to share her suspicions.
Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this.
She smiles sadly.
But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Your first guess wasn't entirely off.
Titus and his boys, man. He told us you were on the coast.
Even now, Kim is a paragon of professionalism. He is trying to make a clean cut of telling her she was betrayed.
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it. If this is what happens to people whom people like...
She pauses, taking it in.
How the fuck do the rest of you get by?
Wait, wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal, I opened them up. Let's not say it like that. I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
She adjusts her grip on her gun.
A strong moral compass. She still wants the opportunity to make a case for herself.
Do you have an alibi for when Lily was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon me.
Oh, I don't remember how long it was. There was half an hour missing. You went out.
Like fuck I did. I was in all the time. I went for a leak. 10-15 minutes max.
Hold on. No one takes a 15-minute leak.
Look, fuck you, man. I might also have stopped by the bar.
She speaketh truth.
Huh. Our investigation, wince from the pain, has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Play pinball much?
No. Not since I was 14 and hanging out in the only diner in Dardun. Haven't been into low-risk, no-reward games since moving to the city. Why?
There are some mysterious pinball machines in some pretty mysterious rooms in the whirling.
Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in supernatural mysteries.
Wait, wince from the pain. What kinds of what kinds of mysteries interest you then?
Not murder mysteries either, if that's what you're thinking.
She looks you in the eye, impassively, making it clear that she's not planning to comment on the matter any further.
Well, that's a shame, because I happen to be a paranatural detective.
Cool. They sent a ghost cop after me. Congratulations.
What about elevators? Do you like elevators?
The fuck do elevators have to do with anything?
Do you or don't you?
Not particularly.
Not even quaint old rickety ones?
I'm not really into old shit for old shit's sake.
God damn it!
The lieutenant grabs his head.
So you know she's not an antiques enthusiast. Not my jurisdiction, man. But it also doesn't sound like she used that secret route at all.
Very true. Look, there's a secret way from the ground floor to the of the whirling to the roof.
Don't know it, but also...
She frowns, studying your face.
Evaluating your competence as a police officer.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
The pain stops him from finishing the sentence. She's right, though.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
Yeah, she's right, though. Would you say that Lily was a likable person?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
You don't feel sympathy for mercs? It's hard work.
Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, they're paid well for what they do.
Did you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
She didn't hate him, okay?
There's nothing more personal that you had against him? Perhaps his way with women?
You think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a problem for me. And definitely not a reason to off someone.
It really doesn't sound like she was involved.
See her confident gaze, her toned arms. Yeah, she wouldn't have had much trouble in the intimacy department.
I have other questions.
I'm listening.
You have a gun.
And?
I know you don't like old things, but do you sell antique rifles on the side?
Never really got into weapons trafficking. Especially not old weapons. They break too often, and you don't want unhappy customers among gun collectors.
Fair enough. I can't... Oh wait, I see it's a front loader. Do you have another gun somewhere?
Sure don't.
The breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
Where did you get it?
The gun store.
What gun store?
Trigger Happy Jacks.
Really? Trigger Happy Jacks?
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun
Fair enough.
supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
I can't quite tell. What kind of gun is it?
A Nachtway 80 front loader. 2-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
That isn't it.
Wince, there's other evidence I want to talk to you about.
Yeah, evidence.
Did you leave any flowers for Claudia on the roof?
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
These weren't just flowers, they were symbols of revolution. Push through the pain.
So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on.
Was that pity? For you? She sees you're grasping for straws here.
But Claudia was mourning.
I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too.
Okay, so you didn't leave Maybelle's.
No, I did not.
You liked Claudia a lot.
I considered her a good friend, yeah.
Is peeping one of your hobbies?
Wow. Pissing, pinball, and now peeping. I'm just not following your insinuations, Detective.
Well, it's just that the hole in Claudia's wall is pretty suspicious.
Look, I'm not aware of any hole in Claudia's wall. And if I had been, I would have told her to get it sealed. That's what friends do.
So you haven't been watching Claudia through a hole in the wall?
Nope. Look, she has an effect on people. That je ne sais quoi that makes it impossible not to look at her when she walks into the room, and very difficult to look away. But travel enough and you realize, for the same reason that she's everyone's type as an object of desire, she's not irreplaceable.
But you wanted to be more than just friends. So she says.
Oh, so that's where you were going with this.
She said you wanted to run away with her.
That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts we didn't want to catch up with us, and we enjoyed listening to music together. Why not go on a road trip?
That's fair.
The lieutenant watches her expectantly, occasionally shaking from the pain.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Claudia was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once. And yeah, after that I thought maybe we could make a go of it.
She rolls her eyes.
Claudia only said they may be kissed. Someone is lying here.
Wait, Claudia said that you only kissed.
If that's what she wants on the record, so be it. I'm not about to go into details for you to jerk off to later.
She rolls her eyes again. But I do want details, actually. Cringe from the head-splitting torment. I feel like this is not a good idea to ask, but I'll ask it anyway, for the sake of curiosity.
Really?
Sorry.
Is that blood on the ground before you? Are your ears bleeding?
Sorry, Kim.
Yeah, really?
Okay, then what happened?
She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was confused because she felt so close to me and valued my friendship so much, and how guilty she felt for leading me on. I knew that wasn't the whole story, but thought, fine, I'll take it and move on.
Fair
No
enough.
ill will there. It wasn't a problem for her.
Claudia said that you got very angry when she started seeing Lily and threatened her.
Yeah, one time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated things about how dangerous her patterns with men were. I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. All the drugs she was doing can make you feel like you're living in a DeLorean tragedy.
It does sound like she blew it out of proportion, okay. And despite everything, you still helped her by staging the lynching?
Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. The merc was beyond caring what happened to his mortal coil. It was a no-brainer.
I feel like this is a very, 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 very bad question to ask. But at the same time, it might give me some experience, so I'm kind of like, I'll say it anyway. Maybe I can diffuse it by saying something nicer about it after. Are you a girl like her?
What the hell, man?
She laughs.
Yeah, why not? I've gotten worse.
Her hand slipped from the dial of the compressor for a moment, almost turning it down.
That's
Then
good.
she put her hand back. Not yet. Not yet.
There are other things I want to ask about.
Go ahead. It's your body.
And mine too, he thinks. But keep on. This must be done.
Sorry, Kim. Do you like to hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
What's so great about her antenna?
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
Is that the only reason you hung out on the roof?
The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia.
So you're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
You're running drugs for the Union. I've been through your lorry.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
She shakes her head slowly.
That really comes as a blow to her.
No, he didn't. I found my own way in.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
A bitter smile.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Good. You're a criminal. I can't trust anything you say.
That's your prerogative.
True. This means you're already a known killer because drugs kill people.
Drugs don't make people abuse them.
True.
Hopelessness does. As for the drug trade, it would continue with or without me. I like to think that my efficiency as an organizer has at least prevented some internal conflicts.
She's proud of her organizational abilities even now, and trying to raise that pride as a bulwark against the desperation.
You had a financial incentive to kill the merc.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the Union.
The lieutenant is unable to articulate his question.
She deliberately avoided naming the mob she worked for. You might be able to find this out later.
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
She glances at her gun and turns the knob down just a millimeter. But you're threatening us with it.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
She responds, holding your gaze.
There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you.
Okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
What happened Sunday night? Tell me your version.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity. She's refusing to adopt the demeanor of a cornered animal, a leader with no one to lead. She still wants to retain some control of the situation.
It's okay. We just want to...
He struggles to finish the sentence.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Klasia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Wait, did she also seem high to you?
Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
This woman has seen people OD. Glacia wasn't quite there yet, so why worry?
Glazier said that you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
Glazier said that you seemed to have a plan prepared when you got there.
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
Oh.
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed.
Her idea.
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind
Wow.
the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
So she did it all.
She lied to you. about that, too.
Showerhead. Resourceful. That's bad that she'd be so calm, yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think that she killed Lily herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
Fair enough.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She purses her lips.
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
She's not gonna know this answer, I will ask it, but if you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
La Puta Madre?
So this is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop, that strange, distant fear is getting close now. It's a fear of yourself.
Am I an agent? I wouldn't know, I wouldn't remember, would I? What do you mean, La Puta Madre, agent?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're
Oh.
his peon, his human can opener.
She looks at you quizzically. Uh-oh, I'm dying.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Who's everyone? How do you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Tell me, what's my name? If you know that about me, you must know my name. I know my own name.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
He replies quickly.
All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you. I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
La Puta Madre. I've heard of La Puta Madre. He's dangerous, right?
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
I'm sorry, I know I'm supposed to know all about this, but I lost my memory recently.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
That's
I'm
fine.
sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this Madre anyway?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat. Wait, one thing, possibly small, but she said you rolled into town. Was that you singular or plural? She might know something.
When I came into town, was there anyone with me?
Yeah, you had your death squad with you. What happened to them anyway?
Who was in this squad?
Well, it wasn't this scrawny dude. You had two guys and a lady. The guys looked pretty buff. Lady wasn't bad either.
She nods towards the lieutenant. What else can you tell me?
One of the guys seemed chipper, a blonde. The other had a brooding something or other about him. And the woman was the only one in uniform. All were carrying. That sound about right?
She narrows her eyes.
No idea who these people are. Literally. Satellite Officer Vic Mayer looks out of the window grimly, then puts his coffee down and turns to Patrol Officer Miller. We can either take a room here in the whirling or go home for today. Let's go home, Jean. Nothing's going to happen today, she responds quietly. Jean takes his blonde wig off. Call Heidelstein. He can give us a ride.
She responds quietly. John takes his blonde wig off. I think I know them. They're in Martinez. Yeah, they're like the officers who are just sitting around the whirling.
Direction, lock, set.
Don't leave me here. Please delete.
Oh dear.
Fantastic. I've got to get on the road. Then you can go find your friends. Unless you have anything pressing to ask me.
Do you know about the bunker next door?
What bunker?
The communist hideout back there.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Her voice trails off into the white noise in your head. It feels like an aneurysm is approaching. Okay, pain. I'm a little concerned about my diminishing HP recovery materials. Very concerned about that, actually. Who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claus's room, lying on his side.
She shrugs.
He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
Okay. Time to destroy the machine. Nope, failure.
The violet-white noise becomes even more overwhelming closer to the compressor. Feels like your brain is swelling up in your skull.
I rolled an 8. That's not good. Hold very still. Oh, dying again.
There. I told you it's best not to move.
855-262-1837. Special someone.
Just try not to collapse. I don't want to get Kim involved.
Look, I know this isn't very fun for you, so let's wrap this up. You have a tribunal to attend.
She knows about the tribunal.
Yeah. Do you know something about the tribunal? The mercenaries are planning?
Tribunal is an awfully fancy word for what they're going to do. But yeah, I was listening to their frequency. They've finished their investigation.
He chuckles.
Now they're gonna put on a show before meting out punishment. Even though those assholes gave me up, I'm worried for the boys.
She pauses, biting her lip.
And you, watch out for yourselves. You seem to have a habit of walking into traps.
They're planning to set up a trap for us?
I'm guessing you don't know that a third mercenary has come to town just in time for the tribunal. Now you do.
If one hornet can kill 40 honeybees in a minute, then 3 hornets should be able to kill 120 honeybees in a minute or more, since they'll also be covering one another.
Very true.
The third. Oh, this is bad.
Very bad.
As I said, watch out.
She nods. Thank you for the warning.
The pain is becoming unbearable now.
I can't take it anymore. Just go. Don't attempt to destroy the compressor.
Glad to have been of assistance. Best of luck to you, officers. Revishal's a bitch.
She tosses her head back defiantly and turns down the machine.
The woman runs past you and disappears into the darkness of the tunnel.
And suddenly it's completely quiet. Wow.
All things considered, it could have gone worse.
The lieutenant is still reeling from the pain. Wait, shouldn't we go after her?
No, I don't think she did it.
True.
She's someone else's case now.
What now?
Now we have to come up with a really good excuse for why we walked right into a trap like that. This isn't going to look good in the report.
He looks around and then points further into the cavern.
Her tent. Maybe there's something in there.
Okay. Can we do nothing about the machine? Like, she just left it here for us. Okay. Dark water trails into the distance. There's no way out. Druamine. +3 health. I might need that. Especially if the tribunal is around the corner. Cooking utensils. She had prepared herself porridge with bananas. $8? She was about as rich as me.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately.
Look inside.
The tent looks old, but well maintained. In the darkness of the tent, a rolled-up sleeping bag, cooking utensils, some books, and a kerosene lamp. It reeks of cigarettes.
Shine your flashlight on the books.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
The lieutenant peeks over your shoulder. Sift through the magazines.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
A notebook?
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. A trusted friend left behind.
We should read this immediately. Like, right now.
Agreed. Alright, interact with the journal. A well-loved journal with a brown leather cover and the brand name of Schneller embossed on the back. It seems to have served as a loyal friend to a lonely traveler.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name. Schneller. Schneller is a stationery brand from Gottwald, beloved among architects and engineers. She's got good taste and must have taken whatever she recorded here seriously.
Unwind the strap.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Study the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins.
Flip through the pages.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
It's good she left in a hurry. We could learn a lot from this.
What kinds of logistics?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
What are the diagrams of?
Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor.
I would imagine,
sketches,
yes.
Calculations of distance and density. You make out a familiar spiral shape.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. You smell traces of betrayal.
How far back do the entries go?
The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
What did she write the day Lily died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. She is referring to betraying her previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense?
Anything about La Puta Madre?
That name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th.
Read the entry from March 9th first.
Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call? The call? Did M call her personally? Why? Were you supposed to find her, even apart from the investigation then? On M's request? No, you wouldn't do something like this. This must be a mistake. You didn't follow through. You should have shot her in the head.
This is a coincidence. I would never kill people for a mob boss.
The thought steadies your nerves. The journal stops shaking in your hand.
Read the entry from March 12th.
Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves. Even I know that. Economic measures, first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly. The call was a courtesy. He must have held her in high regard to personally tell her he knew about her plan to run drugs for the competition.
What's the most recent entry?
The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
It looks like she might have been framed.
The lieutenant taps on the page.
That would be a first, or a fourth. But who's counting, he thinks. Very rarely does anyone actually get framed.
If she didn't do it, then maybe it's a good thing that we didn't catch her?
I wouldn't go so far as to say that. We have other reasons to arrest her.
He frowns.
Besides, I'm not sure her life as a fugitive is going to be much better than we does. Especially if she has problems with the Madre.
Him? Am I really a La Puta... Ugh. Am I really a La Puta Madre agent?
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
He looks you straight in the eye for a moment and then sighs.
He truly does not believe you are. Perhaps he shouldn't be so trusting.
Then who do you think killed the merc?
Classio was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby.
True.
Perhaps she was trying to steer us away from herself, or...
He stops to think. But no one heard the shot.
Maybe she had an accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on her.
True.
One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling in rags. Questions to ask. Let's be careful, though. The tip she gave us about the Tribunal was disturbing.
Indeed. Alright. Let's boost Electro like I said I would. My goodness, my endurance is 1? Really? Okay. And, I do have new tasks. Return to the whirling. And are you La Puta Madre's peon? When you get the chance, call your station to find out more if you dare. Alright, let's go. Now, she did warn us to watch our backs. I'm kind of curious to know if I should have a gun in this situation. I don't know. Just some food for thought, I guess. Let's get going. I don't think I can fast travel from this point. No. Okay. But no, I really didn't like the tip she gave me about the Tribunal. It's really quite concerning. Well, it's daytime, so I should get rid of the flashlight. My go-to dual wielding. Oh right, I should probably change out some of my clothing as well. I really only had the empathy and the logic shirt for this stuff, so I'm gonna put this on. Because I don't really need the empathy anymore. Reaction speed, I'm pretty happy with. What else do I want to replace? The boots. I can replace the boots. What else can I really replace them with, though? Perception? I don't really have much as far as clothing goes. Savoir-faire. Yeah, just put the perception on. Why not? Okay. I feel okay with the outfit I've got right now. Decently fair. I've basically boosted everything. Hand-eye coordination is at 4. which is alright. Okay. Let's roll with this then. I can't fast travel. Huh. I'm usually able to fast travel from here. Maybe there's a reason for that? Probably. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to run back the slow way. This was where the tent used to be. I'm going the wrong way. You guys have any new dialogue before I go?
Oh, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. Oh, really? A lot of stuff.
Yep, that's what cops do.
I guess that makes you into some sort of terrier. Either way, I can't help you out.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that I had the bonus from the multi-tool and I still failed the check. It was like a 70-something% chance. That's what I'm really scared of, the random chance. I can try to be as prepared as possible for anything in this game and it would still go wrong. What's this?
Stop. Just up ahead. Danger.
Oh.
What you have isn't enough. You'll need more firepower. A ranged weapon. Your Kvalson KR2 multi-tool looks impressive, shining in the cold spring light. But what can it do against military-grade weaponry?
What am I supposed to do?
Be prepared. Make sure you have your pepper box in your hand. Your fingers reflexively reach for the Villiers 9mm pistol in your pocket.
I'm not sure I feel ready for what lies ahead.
Then you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
He frowns and then quickly adds that. Oh, that's concerning. Alright. I've been warned to put on my pistol. Pistol and a gun, we got this. Sorry, pistol and a sword, we got this. Maybe I should get the flashlight. Maybe I can flash something in their eyes. Flash their eyes! That actually might be good.
Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm.
I think my hand recognizes it.
It reminds you of the day
Nice.
you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamrock. It was so long ago. But this is your gun. It's more of a symbol than anything else, because there is always a rational, sensible, reasonable solution to every situation. Sheathe it and know you have the moral high ground.
I'm not sheathing it now. I've just been warned to put it on. I think I should heal myself. I think healing to max might be the best plan. Just a hunch. Alright.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
There's a feverish gleam in his eyes. This can't go well. Hello there. So that's what the full set of armor looks like. It's kind of jank looking, to be honest.
Put your
They look like
damn
mannequins.
gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
Titus remains calm.
Shut up! Not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
That's the right to work dude, isn't it?
This is the mercenary
Yep.
at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate.
Oh wow, look at this guy.
His fingers reach for the butt of his side.
So there's 3 of them, yeah.
There's something very wrong with him.
He's dangerous. Shh. The lieutenant raises his left hand.
This is a misunderstanding.
Whoa,
Nothing
what the-
irreversible has happened
Okay.
yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful,
DePaul.
willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
Her tone is frighteningly emotionless.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
She sounds very sure of herself. Not a frontier town, but then you hear the music in the background and it does make you think a little bit of the West.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
His voice is almost gentle.
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Why are you just watching over there, dude? Bartender, get inside.
Peaceful.
Rude Honkloen. Whoa. It sounds like the armored figure is weeping.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, she was right. That must be the 3rd mercenary.
Indeed.
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
This could go very poorly. What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He puts his hand on his holster. We're out of time. This is...
The Mercenary Tribunal.
The lieutenant nods. The big one is the mercenary at the gates.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
He nods.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
We can't walk away. Stop! This is the police! Get between them.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
He licks his lips, waving his gun at the crowd. Losing his balance for a moment, he staggers backward.
I think he's calmed down a bit. No, he didn't. He's about to open fire.
No, he's about to shoot. I have a bad feeling about this. He is. He's about to snap.
Oh, yes, he is. He's about to snap and shoot someone right now.
Pig fuck!
The voice from beneath the helmet interrupts your thoughts. You only make out what the last word. Easy now. No one needs to die here today.
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm
now's the time.
Feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it.
He just gave a nod to him.
Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just soften him up first. Present an argument. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out first. Get under his skin. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please.
That's true. I'm going to try my best for a peaceful option. Try my very, very best. Start with the first idea you have and then move down from that. Let's talk about the Hanged Man. 92%.
Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it.
Okay, fair. I knew you weren't a goddamn scab leader.
Yeah, I don't fucking act so well. Laylee had a hard-on for making faces for you natives. Fucking food aid shit.
He wipes his mouth.
That shit is done now. Trigger time.
Who are you, Cordy?
Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
He points at the whirling in rags.
As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armor click. Softly. Click, click, click. The realization comes to you. Like a picture puzzle coming together. His name is Raoul Cortiner, the dead man's name. is Elise Courtenay. He's brothers with the deceased.
So it's personal for him.
No, probably foster brothers.
True.
Elise was put into a foster home, remember?
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer. We're all sentenced to death by lead.
Hortoner, I know that name.
He sways from left to right, inspecting you.
Rawl and Ellis Hortoner, look him in the eye. I'm sorry about your brother, Rawl.
He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beat into place by the same sick fuck.
Yes, but you grew up together. That's, in the end, what the family is, right?
Beaten by a foster parent or someone on the farm.
And then went to the same military academy, and the same unit, and the same war.
Same fucking mud hut town, too.
He looks around, then wipes his face with his armored glove.
Okay, good.
His parents left him in a leaf compactor.
Who? Laylee?
Yes, when he was small, just an infant.
We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records. That was in there. And other things.
They fucking put Laylee in a leaf compactor, and now these cunts finished the job.
He waves at the gang huddled by the doors.
There's real anguish in his voice. A drunken sadness suddenly engulfs him. Memories.
It's a mind fuck, Corty. He wasn't put in a leaf compactor. They're making it up to fuck with us.
He glanced at him.
Major, permission to.
Open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now.
Listen, you're Laylee. Everyone says good things about him. He was a talker.
Fuck do you mean? Talker?
We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic, a nice guy to be around.
Yeah. He liked to chat up the natives. Share leaflets. Squeeze a bit of kip-tass here and there. Great fucking idea that turned out to be.
He points towards the yard.
If Laylee was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for show. But me,
He points to himself.
I'm not a big fan of public affairs, Clay Monkey. I'll gun every one of you down for what you did.
Ready to open fire, Major. At your command.
This one isn't used to being suited this long. She's uncomfortable. We'll open fire just to hurry things along.
But Nidal, 41, that really happened, didn't it?
Our colonel did what he had to do. It was either one cunt or 100 of them. Rude here.
He points to him.
In your ship pipes, right in the fucking...
Indecipherable mumbling.
He likes to fire mortars at random coordinates. Wipe out mud huts like that. When he gets bored, Laylee knew how to command.
He was a good commander. I can see you miss him.
Oh yeah, he would have commanded this fuckhell way better than I did. But that didn't happen, because Hayseed, Bill, and Kipty the Kipt here
He points to Titus and Eugene.
fucking murdered him. Had him stink the village up for 2 weeks after. And you folks did nothing.
He points at you.
Listen, man. We told you we...
Told us what? What did you say? Who said that? Tattoo fuck! You'll die first!
He staggers forward. He had blue eyes, didn't he, your brother?
Baby blue, yeah. Like someone fucked up and put a baby's eyes on a grown man.
He smiles, pulling his face in a strange way.
It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or, I don't know what bitches like. I just know how to mow down plots.
Conclude. Your brother did not deserve to go out like that. I promise I will find his killer.
Find his killer. Cop, his killer, stands right there, shitting his pants, and you're standing in the way, protecting him.
He waves at the men behind you.
I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them.
Oh no.
Right here.
He stares at you, eyes pink from the alcohol, fingers tapping the pistol.
Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
58% rhetoric. The Wild Pines rep does not approve of this.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
He laughs. It's a hollow laughter. Wild Pines is not going to forgive you massacring a bunch of innocent people.
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes,
Uh-oh.
a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening. Now is not a good time to strike. He's looking right at your hands. Do something else. Get him distracted.
She's going to be mad when she hears about this.
She's fucking gone. She fucking sailed off. You're alone.
The shout echoes back from the whirling windows.
Stay cool! Don't do anything stupid!
Titus shouts to his men in the background.
The company bitch is gone. Laylee's gone. Fuck are we still doing in this shithole?
He looks around, tired suddenly, sad even.
Guys, I just get in the way. I don't even have a gun.
The little guy breaks formation.
Hold your ground.
Oh.
Any more of you run, I'll shoot you myself. We're doing this together.
Titus turns to his men as the other one runs to the yard.
They're afraid. All of them. Trembling reeds in the wind. They'll run, scatter soon. One by one. No, the rest will stay. They will hold their ground, even if it means dying here with you.
Listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did that?
Wait, I just need a little time to figure this out. It was someone else, someone who's not here now.
How fucking convenient.
He gives you a drunken stare and then puts his hand on the gun.
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about to draw.
He was shot from a great distance. A sniper did it.
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now, huh?
There's a dangerous gleam in his eye.
How about the kid? Tell me. It's a magic fucking sniper. One more time.
He points his gun at Elizabeth.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
She raises both hands.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
Think! Why doesn't he believe me?
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him. All together. Titus said we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud. In a public place.
Listen, he was shot. He wasn't hanged. Listen to
You're
me.
lying. DePaul heard it.
He doesn't move the weapon.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
The hanging was only a cover-up. Listen. When they confessed, they were lying.
Fucking
Uh-oh.
liars.
The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
The man looks at his revolver and smiles.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
The radio operator looks at him.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now, or there will be another shot. What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. This was a close call.
Yeah, that was very, very close. Very stressful. Whew, I was worried that she was going to get shot. I kind of want to talk about the backup, but I don't know if that's going to be a problem. You brought backup from out of town.
Oh yeah, that's Rude. Rude, the killer, Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
The armored woman smiles a vicious smile.
All of you cunts inside out.
The killer?
The gunner. The raddest. The killer.
He gestures towards himself as the gunner, the raddest is the woman, and the killer is the person completely clad in ceramic
What do you think
plate.
he does?
There, on the rim of Owen Clerven's helmet,
Oof.
you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21.
All of this stuff seems rough. I don't want to say most of these. He kills?
Smart loincloth. He fucks natives up. Soldier of the apocalypse style.
58% to think of an argument. This seems like a terrible plan. You're all drunk. Look at yourselves. I think that might just offend them. Say it.
Yes. So what?
Yeah? So what? You should be drunk too. It's insane how long it's been since your last drink. Get one in you right now.
Your judgment is impaired. You'll regret this.
Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier.
He wipes the sweat from his brow.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
The woman's voice is furious.
Interrupt me again and I will execute you
Ooh, good.
on the spot, Lance Corporal.
Got them arguing. Throw the argument out!
International
Nope.
something. International law.
This tribunal is against the law, international law.
Look around, you livestock! We're about to butcher the lot of you. Where is your international law?
The lodgeman laughs.
There will be ramifications, but there don't need to be. Let's go inside and discuss what our investigation has uncovered. We have important...
We're not fucking coming anywhere, Sailite.
Say something. Get off this trail. Thank God it's only ineffectual thus far.
Right? I'm so glad that failure didn't screw us over. Where is Clasia? She can explain this. She's probably on the run.
Who the fuck is that?
Clasia, the woman upstairs, where is she?
Oh hey,
She left!
the manager calls down from the balcony. Guard, what the hell are you doing here?
What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire! You know how much windows cost?
He points to the armored figures. What do you mean she left?
She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
We should have arrested her.
The lieutenant whispers, his eyes still on the armed mercenaries.
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
The veins on the man's neck expand as he yells. Shoot Courtenay, 83%. If I win, if I lose, I'm gonna feel bad either way. Go for it! No. This is bad.
A small explosion expels the bullet from the chamber. With a puff of smoke, it hits the man square in the chest.
Well, we're in trouble.
Producing a soft clicking sound in the armor. Like dice rolling, the kinetic energy of the 9mm front-loaded bullet is distributed evenly across the chest piece and into his hands.
Go ahead! Give it another try.
Shoot again, 72%.
This time feels different. You aim higher, as if pulled by a magnet. Your hand goes numb from the explosion, and a plume of smoke erupts from the gun.
Look through the smoke rising from the barrel.
The smoke drifts west with the wind. You hear the plaza erupt in violence, slow, like a waterfall in reverse.
But that was my only bullet left over. That I'm out of bullets now. Look at Courtenay.
There is a hole in his cheek. He's not smiling anymore. He stumbles backward, eyes filled with disbelief, gurgling.
Muttering something unintelligible.
His lips, moving, swollen with fear, are trying to say, shoot him, but he can't.
Kim, I need you to shoot her now.
To your right, the killer raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
58% to dodge the shot.
You leap left. A swarm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks.
Okay. Don't be Don't shout. Don't be happy. Believe in the moment. Believe in my immortality.
The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot. Watch out. To your left. DePaul is about to take a shot too. At Kim.
God, please.
The lieutenant says quietly, without trembling. He aims, his face pale.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot.
Please succeed. I know you missed the knot earlier, but when you're under pressure is when you do your best work. Go for it,
Two shots
Kim.
ring at
Uh-oh.
once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you.
Kim, did he hit the rifleman?
Blood gushes from the
Nice.
helmet's eye sockets as Rude staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human. An unbelievable shot from the lieutenant.
Who screamed?
Glenn, dying
Oof.
in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm trying to save all of you, but I can't save everyone.
Oh God, watch out.
Uh-oh.
You see 2
He's still alive?
eyes stare at you through all the smoke and the panic. With blood gushing from his face, the man raises his pistol at you. Then he squeezes the trigger.
As long as you don't hit me in the head, I am wearing the breastplate. It's literally impossible. 3% chance to evade. Look him in the eye. Do it.
Look of vengeance, framed in blood, lips shaking. This is the last thing he'll do on Earth. But he will do it. He is your end.
This won't be good.
Here it comes. Death.
Oh. Nope.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes.
Not good.
Your entire lower body is on fire, and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll.
But I'm wearing the breastplate. I guess he might have hit a non-vital area lower
The
down.
pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
Try to open my eyes. What do I see?
Nothing. A persisting darkness.
Oh, that's bad.
Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
Out of it, a silhouette appears, crouching over you. You hear a familiar voice filled with urgency and fear. It's so dark, I can't see anything.
Stay with me. You hear me? Stay awake. Look at me.
The lieutenant pushes down on your wound hard.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And the cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him. A slender white shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising her pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
Oh, no, Kim! Okay. 97%. Okay? The lieutenant trusts me, and Kim truly trusts you. I swear to God if I get a snake eye here.
No.
Oh, yes! Thank you!
Behind you, from your bloody lips, your eyes are full of fear.
Oh, I've stressed the hell out. I've already failed a really critical one. Okay.
There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant turns around and fires, his body falling on yours in the course of the motion. You hear a faint scream, a woman's. Then the sound disappears, like someone pressed stop on the tape. The woman is gone. So is Kim. Then the whole world.
Fall into total darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Will I be a ghost now?
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
Kim.
Sunrise, Parabellum.
The lieutenant says he's in the middle of a freshly cleaned room, and the fan above his head like a halo. His face is covered in bruises. Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
Dramamine? Then it's not that bad. Neither surgical nor organ damage bad.
That's good.
It's still under the counter bad.
The room, it's clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out?
2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
The piss jacket, Kim. You took it off?
Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it off.
He replies. What piss jacket?
The close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant contemplate his life choices. He's done with the jacket.
What did you say? Sunrise?
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
It's funny. I already knew what this meant purely because of John Wick.
Isn't that written on your...
My gun. It's engraved on it.
It served you well.
Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say.
He looks out the window.
I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
He unzips his bomber jacket. Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay.
What happened?
What happened? You shot the major in the face. A firefight ensued.
Is he dead?
Yes.
Good.
A blood-stained killer.
Right. I'm a killer.
You're an officer of the RCM.
He continues without waiting for a reply.
As retaliation, the rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
I dodged.
Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
There's a pause.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo did not make it. They both died before they made it to intensive care. Titus survives. So do Alain and the musician. I forget his name.
Eugene?
Yes. He's still alive too.
Okay.
You were bleeding out. You said something, I don't know what. And you warned me. I was able to disarm Officer DePaul before she got the jump on me.
Good.
Thank you.
I killed her. And that's what happened.
The lieutenant takes a cigarette from his coat pocket and lights it. A bitter smell fills the room. So you also killed?
He nods.
I thought you only smoked one a day.
This is the one.
Fair enough. And they're dead. The rest of the mercenaries?
Everard had their bodies returned to Crenel for a funeral. The company is yet to retaliate.
Why?
Because we deterred them? Or Joyce did? Maybe the harbor in full lockdown is too costly a target. Or maybe...
He breathes in the fumes, thinking.
Maybe they are simply taking their time and will attack soon. I don't know.
How many casualties on the Union side? Total?
3. Glenn, Theo, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Theo, he was just too old for combat.
There's a pause. And that's...
All.
He nods. It's a total shit show, Kim.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success.
6 or 7? You just said... He voiced 7, but it writes 6. How many died? Glenn, Theo, Angus, and then the 3 soldiers. I guess you could count it as 7 if you count the original, the Hanged Man.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornet did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet.
He rubs his swollen chin.
And we are still alive. Both of us.
He smiles.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those 2 armies.
I'm glad we did. Thank goodness for that.
His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked.
That's good.
The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome.
And lucky. If that had happened, I would have bled out on the street. Can I walk?
We will see.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from that woman beating me with the butt of her gun. I tried to not move too much.
He rubs his chin. But didn't you shoot her? I guess it could have happened after. He could have shot her and then she hit him. And then he killed her after? I don't know.
Things would be worse if you didn't warn me.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. I did not see her coming. Stupid of me.
There's a pause. Has anyone from my station been to see me?
No.
Oh, well that sucks.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
They don't care about me at all.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
Odd. You haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
There's a pause. If not my station, then who treated me?
I did.
Thank you.
No need.
Okay, let's go. We live to fight another day. That was one of the most stressful parts in like an RPG that I've ever had, I think. Cuz like most of the time the stakes feel very low because you know you're the main protagonist and you're the only one who needs to survive, but like that was special, really. And I'm just glad we got through it okay in the end. The lieutenant turns double again before your eyes, an orange hue of pain.
How are you?
My disco days are done.
Your disco days should have been done quite a while back, Lieutenant Gefreiter.
What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. Joyce has left too, thanks to our meddling.
You don't think it was a good idea?
I don't know what to think. It might not have been a bad idea. There is a pin somewhere in the machine. Something is keeping Connell from sending in a death squad.
He looks out the window.
Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Classio too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
Wait, you checked? She's really...
Guard confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the Tribunal showing up.
Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hanged man?
I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone.
True.
Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
His voice is calm, matter-of-factly. There's a lot of stuff there that we've investigated and found clues about, but still never pinpointed anyone with. This is because I'm a La Puta Madre's peon, isn't it?
Don't be narcissistic. Half the cops in Revachol West are his peonies. Even if you are, it is not a decisive factor in this case.
True, I still need a call about that, actually.
That does make some sense.
The May bells, Kim, the flowers.
What?
Yank it out and show the dried flower where it falls to pieces. This one, remember?
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything.
He's wrong.
No, Kim. Every piece of garbage in the city is connected to the case.
Okay.
He concedes, clearly not meaning it. What about the hole in the wall? Someone was checking her out.
I don't know. That's been there for years.
He rubs his neck. The goddamn footprints!
Yes. God curse the footprints. Not solving the case for us. Au diable.
He says. There's still a 28% possibility that the shot came from a distance.
We should go upstairs. Rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
A light nod through some pain. An antique bullet from a Belle Magrave 4.46 millimeters. How hard can it be to find one? How hard can it be?
It's extremely easy. There are thousands lying around from the war, all completely unusable. It's precisely how easy it is that makes that bullet useless.
There are all these old bunkers and weapon caches. Revolutionary era.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Revachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
I can't believe they're useless.
No need to be melodramatic.
It's simple. We have to locate communism. Communism killed him.
I'm afraid we may not be able to locate communism, Detective, on account of it being dead.
Communism is making a massive comeback, Kim.
Ideology does not have anything to do with the murder investigation at hand. I'm sorry, it does not.
You know what I think about solving crimes?
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
Solving crimes is hard.
It really is very hard.
He sounds surprisingly weary. That concussion must be making him dizzy.
You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
There's a short pause. I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
There's a pause.
A gust of wind blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold, a red thread on the roof upstairs. Taut, plucked like a string by the gust.
We should check Mrs. Katarzine Alazige's room upstairs.
Why not?
Oh, it's my flashlight. I was like, why the hell is it so bright all of a sudden? He extinguishes the cigarette on the sole of his boot.
Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Me neither. Let's put the gun away. I have no bullets anymore, so there's literally nothing I can do with it. I'll just walk around with my tool. Let's do that. And I'm kind of thinking. I'll just put this on. Alright, let's go. There are new thoughts here, though. Interesting.
The fan stands still.
Pull on the fan!
The switch must be broken.
Nope, still broken. Newly replaced glass shining in the morning light. You hear traffic outside, back in the world again. You see gleaming white enamel. No bottles inside. Look, the door's open. You can walk right into Kim's room. Actually, I've never been in that room. Are you okay with that, Kim?
The bathroom mirror has been...
Nope. Wait.
The bathroom mirror has been wiped completely clean. You see the reflection of your face in the mirror, such as it is, without the expression. It's just hairy.
That's me, Harry Dubois. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. Oh, man. Okay. The stereo 8 player has been reunited with its right speaker. Alright, let's go into his room. I'm nosy. Medicinal supplies on the cupboard. Mercurochrome, a scalpel, antibiotics. He must have used that to help me out. The alarm is set for 6:50 a.m. Can I read your notes, buddy?
These papers bear the stamp of the RCM. They appear to be fragments of the lieutenant's paperwork, half finished. You make out notes on this and other recent cases.
I had Gart open the door to your room. You were running a low bacterial fever the first night.
He closes the notes. Thank you for keeping this thing alive a little longer. Point to yourself.
It would have been easy were it not for my concussion. We both got lucky, considering the odds we faced. Let's go?
There's a pause. Okay, so he doesn't want me reading his stuff.
I am sure neither of us feels solid enough to keep loitering in this room. Let's go.
Yeah, he doesn't want me going through his stuff. Alright, fine. I can't open the door from this side. Fair enough. Because I don't have the key for it, presumably. It's funny how Claudia was the first person we met, and she's become so integral to, like, the entire thing. Ouch, that leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run, it'll be okay? I don't remember how to not run, truth be told. Yeah, I don't remember how to not run. Sorry. Looks like she left something on the table.
Next to the stack of bills, you see a note. A few lines jotted down in large, uneven handwriting, just as the writer was about to rush out the door. I'm sorry, I fucked everyone over. P.S. I didn't kill him. PPS. Gift upstairs.
It better not be a bomb. I'll be very upset if I walk up there and get blown up.
A gift.
Yeah, right? The lieutenant turns to the staircase suspiciously, looking for any signs of another presence in the shadows above. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as him right now. I'm like, okay, what did you leave behind? What could this gift be?
I am not drawing my gun. Yet. But I don't like gifts.
Fair.
He says he's not, but his hand moves instinctively toward his holster as he studies the note. Just don't walk into another radio trap, okay?
Yeah, I'll try.
Relax. Not everyone is out to trap you.
Seems she left in a hurry.
It's hardly surprising.
True. Did she leave any drugs behind?
The medicine cabinet is empty.
Nope.
Not even a toothbrush. Pity.
She really cleaned this out.
Mm-hmm. She certainly had her priorities straight when she was packing.
The lieutenant nods. I feel like he would get upset if I said that I was hoping the gift was here, so I'm going to close it. Part of me wants to go all the way around and take the elevator up, just in case. I think I will. I will do that. So, how's everyone doing after the events of last night? These guys are probably depressed as hell. Alright, I'll talk to these people after I check out. Where's the cook? After I do all this. The footprints again?
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot.
Nope, we've already been through this. Okay, so the gift, there's no one in there, as far as I can tell. And there's no bombs. Red thread, made of nylon. It leads into the room. Is that the angle of the shot? The thread is tied to a bookcase on the wall. Okay, what's the gift? This is the gift, right? Oh, yeah.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
The lieutenant tests the thread with her finger. Drawn taut, it rebounds instantly.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime.
Where does the thread lead?
It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof, B triple prime.
Here, on the island.
The island in the bay.
That makes sense. It's the one place I haven't been able to discover yet. Is she trying to tell us the shot came from the islet?
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna.
Fair.
That is where the thread seems to point.
There are ruins on that islet, a sunken sea fort. I saw it through the coin-operated viewer.
I remember.
He looks out the window and onto the bay. How did she know how to do this?
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass.
She had a long time to think about it after, standing on that roof, staring at the glass.
Was that where she was always looking at when she was smoking? I guess that makes sense. Wow, okay.
It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
Yeah, she's definitely a lot more than she let on. This is her way of saying she's sorry.
I find that hard to believe. But at this point, what difference does it make?
True, she's long gone. We're never gonna find her. This is also a location we have yet to rule out.
So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
You seem unenthusiastic.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
Fair.
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything.
Maybe we need to go to the island? The wind blows in from the open window. The lieutenant sighs, looking out into the cold distance across the water.
The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez, looking under every rock and talking to every person. But what else is there? There, across the grey water, amidst crumbling concrete, a birch tree, and the half-sunken ruins of a flak tower.
What else is there?
Not a lot, no.
I remember an anti-aircraft gun, or the ruins of one on the island from the coin-operated viewer.
Could be the makings of a sniper's nest.
He nods.
Why not? Military fortifications are made for that kind of thing.
I'm going to the island. Are you in?
Of course. I'm in.
He nods. He takes a second to gather himself and then says,
How do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sloop, but she's gone.
Lillian, the net picker, she's tarring her boat.
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Blink. Okay.
A red thread run.
That's our lead. That's where we're going next. Let's talk to everyone now, though. I'm sure they're going to have new dialogue. Something about, the aftermath. Hey, Gart. How do you feel about all this?
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
Thank you. He looks you over. I did, thank you. Big improvement.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire.
It sounds like it's physically paining him to be nice to me.
I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot. I was watching until you hit him. Crawled inside then. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
He clears his throat.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by. In the danger zone, so to say.
I know, I noticed him. I saw him before he even pitched in.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that.
He raises his finger. Thank you. Where'd everyone go?
Oh, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
He looks around at the empty place. What happened to the man with the sunglasses?
I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
He shakes his head. I wonder if I was wearing sunglasses inside. I bet if I was, I would have had additional dialogue for that. Okay. So I have to mention, when it happened, you were right out there on the balcony.
Yeah, I was.
He nods.
That's because I'm a bad ass.
He nods, trying to remain aloof. Yes, you are, Gart, you are.
It really took courage.
Yeah.
Don't pick at him.
If you say it as two different words like that, it sounds like there's something wrong with your ass. Yeah, I guess you are a badass.
Yeah, I don't know. Clients were panicking. And also, I guess I sort of found out that I don't give a shit if I die.
Think about your relationship with Sylvie. You should give a shit. Try to stay alive, bud. He feels the need to explain himself.
He means it. It's not just boasting. It's something he discovered about himself. Stepping onto that balcony.
Alright, thanks.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do.
He looks around at the empty establishment. I hope so, man. I hope this combined with the hole in the pail does not result in this place needing to shut down in failure. I hope not. You're still around.
Hi again, Gendarme.
Hey. Well, don't have enough composure
Bye,
for that.
Gendarme.
Bye. I'm surprised he had no dialogue for that. Alright, Titus. Your group is looking a little smaller at the moment.
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his bear in welcome.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. But I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately.
He lets out a whistle.
That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that.
He looks at you with unmistakable respect.
I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you for intervening, fellas. That was mighty brave of you.
He extends his hand.
This is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
Shake it. It was an honor to fight by your side.
Likewise, Copper. Likewise.
His grip is strong and friendly. I'm sorry about the people you lost.
Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed.
Fair. His bruised face stiffens.
But Angus... He was
gulps.
just a stupid kid. Didn't realize the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me. Still, the balls on that kid. Went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat, angry bear.
Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer.
Fair.
An honest tactic. And effective.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I'd love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do? This job is shit.
He takes a sip of his beer. Hold on, what about that Shanky fellow?
Dennis, you saw him run. He's a mean little shit and I never trusted him. He'd better run real fast now. Real fast.
He shakes his head.
Titus makes no attempt to hide his disgust. Grief-stricken anger boils in him.
They were good people. I'm sorry it went like that.
Well, yeah. Memento mori. Right.
What does that mean?
It means you might die tomorrow. So live every day like it's your last. Ain't that right, fellas?
Also, what happened to Elizabeth? I hope she's okay.
Absolutely. Today, I'm going to get drunk, eat good food, and bed a good-looking girl. 'Cause tomorrow, a motor carriage might run me over.
Or you might die of a heart failure. Or syphilis.
Hey. Fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea.
What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys now?
First, we're gonna find Dennis.
I'm going to find Dennis. I'm going to find him, and then I'm going to kill him.
He interjects.
The tone of the statement is so matter-of-fact. It's as though he were talking about picking up a morning newspaper on his daily walk around the block.
That's not going to bring them back.
We're hunting that rat down. Let it be known what happens to cowards. And then...
He nods without really listening, and he thinks for a moment.
I guess I'll take a closer look at our union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads. Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing windows, and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother.
He pauses.
Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy Boys.
He's right. The numbers are replaceable. In an organization of thousands of men, there are plenty who'd join.
True. Do you know what happened to Claudia?
Don't know. Don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again.
Even after all that hell, he's still bitter about her?
Titus, after all we've been through, level with me. You really liked her, didn't you?
Nope.
He did.
Same here, man.
He shrugs and tries to look uninterested.
Any idea what I should do now?
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
He looks at your bandages.
Yeah. Go pay Monica a visit in Janrock. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest pair of milkers in all Rebacho.
They keep talking about Monica. I feel bad for her.
Hell, you both look like you could use some feminine company right now.
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milkers.
Thanks, Kim.
You're welcome, Bina Claude. You're all right in my book.
Titus's response is completely unironic. So long, fellas. Be good so I don't have to come back here again.
Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice.
He says this with a warm smile.
Copo loco. And normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Shamrock. Scars made the best tattoos, they say.
He nods to you and then to the lieutenant.
Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step into that line of fire, but you did.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I've got a few vacancies. You'd make one hardy boy, copper.
And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead.
The RCM could really use a man like you, Titus. Think about it.
I will, Capo.
Nice.
That's a promise. Now scoot, because the Hardy Boys got some mourning and drinking to do.
He puts his can down.
Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed.
That's
this
true.
This town needs you on your feet.
They can still send in the death squad.
Good point, Beano Claude. We'll keep the vol under 12% tonight.
Hardy looks at his beer. I'm glad it all worked out between us in the end, actually. We're leaving on really good terms, all things considered. Oh.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your jacket grow heavy. The cold finds its way under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
What is in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water. A flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there?
Will I?
No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinaise every day.
What's down at the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs, cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction, a defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Run your fingers through your dampened hair.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
What's in the east?
There's a fleet on the corner. A plastic coat is folded into a small triangle under the counter by the window. Beyond that, the strikebreakers have gathered.
Have they? Are they still?
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Clench your teeth to stop the shuddering.
Behind the gates, heaps of supply crates, red and blue metal shipping containers, slick with rain. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor is an artificial mountain range. Immense wealth resides within, and immeasurable poverty in its shadow.
And beyond that?
La Drusienne, King Dries passenger harbor. Cruise ships flanked by dock arms. Cranes watching over the mouth of the river distributary.
And what is across a distributary?
Couronne, the lower middle class. Distributary after distributary cuts the city blocks in half. 7-story buildings trail off into the rain.
What is beyond the Couronne?
A silvery curtain of rain over the houses. The class divide. You have never been there. They don't need the law east of the river.
What's in the north?
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. The morning news.
And closer to here?
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. The lingering odor of decomposition mixes with that of damp soil.
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
What's on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
What is Jamrock?
Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home.
Where the hood at, really?
I have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
The hell? Why am I not there?
To be in Martinaise, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution failed.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Shudder, look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
Finish the thought.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. I'd recommend you put on your coat.
I mean, I'm wearing a decent coat. Thank you. Un jour je serai de retour près de toi. I kind of want to talk to everyone in the town. See if any of them have new dialogue for me after everything that's transpired. I am going to figure out what this says first, though.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull.
Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece.
The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it, yes.
I smell
heavy. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday.
I smell heavy fuel oil.
And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Really?
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable?
What are you trying to imply, Fingers?
You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's better that way.
Seriously?
Safer.
I don't know if I'll be doing that. I don't think I will. Okay, so after all the excitement of what just happened, I'm going to end this episode right here. Next time we're going to run around the entire area again, talk to everyone, see if there's new dialogue, call about my potential links to organized crime, and then we'll consider actually heading over to the island. So I hope that you enjoyed what we saw here today, and that you're doing well wherever you are. This has been Karst with Disco Elysium, and we survived! Have a great day, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.